governments are looking to increase renewable energy sources at a large scale, production of input transition minerals is soaring, with 5 countries dominating the production, including in the Democratic Republic of Congo. This global mining boom is concerning to human rights activists who cite the report by the Transitions Mineral Tracker alleging labor and environmental abuses by 115 different mining companies. This is especially of concern in the DRC, which has almost half the world's supply of cobalt, a vital component to producing wind energy. Human rights groups anticipate an increase in labor and environmental issues and are looking to raise reporting standards to avoid labor exploitation, lack of financial transparency, and ecological damage in mining communities. The local Congolese are significantly impacted by multinational mining activity. According to The Guardian, in the DRC, MNCs are not consulting with indigenous communities to gain their permission to use the land. Locals have little power over these groups as MNCs are not subjected to strict regulations and the supervision of the Congolese government, which is viewed as not asserting strong governance over the mines. The International Crisis Group has found evidence cobalt mining has exposed Congolese to toxic pollution, even causing birth defects in children. Water is contaminated from mining in some villages, and workers at all ages are mining without protective equipment. Multinational mining corporations are incentivized to rapidly produce cobalt in the DRC, as it is an input in EV batteries. Multinational mining corporations are incentivized to rapidly produce cobalt in the DRC, as it is an input in EV batteries, which powers renewable energy sources. According to the Inquiry's Journal, the mining companies benefit from outsourcing labor where they pay lower wages and have an abundant cobalt supply. Many groups' current policies regarding resource extraction consist of CSR initiatives and lessening carbon footprints, but could have greater provisions about labor rights. The Congolese people and mining communities could reach out to an MTA Vision senior advisor who can represent them and petition their government for greater legislation that regulates the activities of multinational corporations. The EU intends to create sanctions against companies that illegally impact local communities, so MTA Visions can aid multilateral negotiations between the EU and the Congolese government to advocate on behalf of the specific needs of the Congolese citizens. The multinational mining corporations could also reach out to an MTA Vision senior advisor who could inform them on existing labor and environmental laws in the DRC to avoid the legal sanctioning and possibility of international protest in the wake of labor rights issues. MTA Visions could enhance their CSR initiatives, conduct environmental, social, and governance trend analysis, and compile risk assessments to help the corporations maximize profit while adhering to local legislation regarding labor and ecological protection. Thank you for listening to this brief on the issue of mining by multinational corporations in the Democratic Republic of Congo, powered by MTA Visions. MTA Visions is a global corporate social responsibility and government relations firm based in Washington, D.C. that helps its clients move to champion profit with purpose, amplify impact both locally and globally, and protect clean interests in sovereign states and all levels of the U.S. government. To connect with a member of the MTA Visions team, send an email to info@mtavisions.com.